The spell of sacrifice, from the Incas to the Watchtower. Every generation thinks they've outgrown superstition, and that ancient sacrifices are gone, and that humanity has learned not to worship men or spill blood for gods. That's a thing of the past. But is it? If you've ever seen the Awake magazine from May 22nd, 1994, you know that the spirit of sacrifice never really died. It just learned to wear a suit and print a magazine. Life over death. When Jehovah's Witnesses refuse blood transfusions, they're saying it's obedience to God's law. But the Jews, the very people who first received that law, they see it differently. Because at the heart of their faith is a principle called Pikuach Nefesh. And I'm going to put that up on the screen. I'm saying it phonically. But this is a very important principle. Pikuach Nefesh. What does it mean? Life over death. And where does it come from? The Bible. If you turn to Leviticus 18 verse 5, it says, "Keep my statutes and my judgments. If a person does them, they will live by them." They will live by them. You notice that? They will not die by them. They will live by them. So in Judaism, if I'm saying that right, if a life is at risk, you break every other rule to save it. If a life is at risk. So that's why the Jewish peoples have no problems taking a blood transfusion. No problems. And Jesus said the same thing. He said the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for the man. So the law was meant to serve life, not destroy it. The children who died for the doctrine. In 1994, Watchtower published Awake, Youths Who Put God First. 26 children, all dead after refusing blood transfusions. Inside was the story of a few. One of them was named Adrian Yates. He was 15, dying of cancer. Doctors begged to save him. He said no. And he believed taking blood would cost him everlasting life. Now get this. He was baptized in a hospital tank. You know, the JWs pushed him into it on his deathbed into getting baptized. And he died the next day. And the Watchtower printed his story as an example of courage. And they didn't mourn him. They celebrated him. That's not faith. That's doctrine worship. A religion where death is loyalty and grief becomes a press release. Echoes of the past, the Inca parallel. Centuries ago, high in the Andes Mountains, lived the Inca Empire, a people known for harmony, engineering, and devotion. They worshipped the Sapa Inca, a living son of the sun. His word was law, his authority unquestionable. And when drought came or storms struck, the priest said the gods needed a gift. And the highest gift was a child, pure, beautiful, innocent. The children weren't taken by force. They were raised to believe it was an honor. They smiled. They dressed in fine clothes and walked willingly up to the mountain to die. And their parents, they cried with pride, believing their child's death would bring blessings to the empire. Archaeologists have found their frozen faces peaceful because they truly believed that dying pleased their God. That was called the Capacocha, and I'll put that on the screen. A culture convinced that obedience was love and sacrifice was sacred. And when I look at the Awake cover from 1994, I see the same pattern. Different gods, different language, but the same spell. It's the same spell. The spell of words. Spiritism isn't always chanting in candlelight. Sometimes it's just words. They're repeated until they own your mind. Even the word spell means both magic and language, because words can shape your reality. You see, Watchtower words are crafted like spells. Every article, every talk, every broadcast. Do not question. Do not leave. Do not speak to the disfellowshipped. Each command repeated until fear feels like faith, until silence feels like safety, until dying for policy feels like devotion. Folks, that's not worship. That's hypnosis. It's a spell cast by men who claim to speak for God. And that spell binds millions of people worldwide. Breaking the spell. But no spell lasts forever. The moment you ask a question, the chains begin to crack. The moment you think for yourself, the words lose their power. You remember your mind belongs to you. You remember your mind belongs to you. Your conscience belongs to you. And the only voice you need to follow is truth and love. The Incas believed killing a child pleased their God. Watchtower believes refusing blood pleases their God. But the real God for life never asked for either. Love does not demand death. Love does not control, and love does not cast spells on people. Live your life with love. My name is Vern. This is Fixing My Faith. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. Well, before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to thank our Coffee Club supporters. These are the folks who help keep Fixing My Faith going. And I'm scrolling through them right now. And if you see your name, thank you for standing with us. But here's the thing. The best way you can support us is absolutely free. Over almost 60% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you've been watching and getting value out of these videos, hitting that subscribe button tells YouTube to share this with more people who need it. So subscribe, like, and share. And we also run a completely free community. It's called xjwfriends.com. That's where you can find it on the website. xjwfriends.com. And then on the website, once you go there, there's a link to the private Discord channel. And that's where people have a lot of fun. People share their stories, they get support, and they can connect without judgment. That's what happens there. There's also people that will help coach, life coaches, counselors. There's all kinds of support at XJW Friends. And if you're waking up or just need to talk it out, that's where you want to go. So here's a link on screen in case you want to find it. And we also put a link in the descriptions of all of our videos. You can just go right down there and hit the link to the Discord community. So whether you are supporting through the coffee club or just clicking, liking, and subscribing, it all helps spread the message. And we want you to know that we appreciate you. Live your life with love, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.